Hello, hello. Do you hear me, my fellow viewers? Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, joining us today. Today, hopefully, it will be quick. We will go through the rest of our packs that we started already like last week. So I believe there could be some exciting stuff also left. And I'm already excited about next week. I know that I should not tell you that, but we are starting to wrap the fantasy pack, or at least the first update, and hopefully the next stream will be a little bit different. It would not be just me, but the team again showing the amazing work that we managed to do together and showing some new exciting stuff. But for now, you hear me? We can start doing this. You maybe remember when we ended last week. As as I was going through all of these packs, and I also showed you a glimpse of the war pack, something from the fancy kit, but I'm planning to spend a little more time there today. But we should start with something that is quite different from our usual stuff. It's the ultimate crafting system. It's something more complicated. It's not just the models, but we also like provided a user that will get this few of them, but it's a whole like system that you can use when building your own crafting game. Um, we The story goes that we wanted to create a crafting game ourselves, but for doing that, we have to firstly like come up with something that we can build our game on top of it, and the answer is this crafting system. Uh, it was entirely made by Shane, our programmer. You maybe know him from his streams or his tutorials. Uh, this was meant to be like a complete solution, whether you're creating a 2D game or 3D game. This should like back you up. We are also using this when developing our own big game, Polylytic. Uh, the cool thing about this is that there are like 200 modular scripts that you can stack on top of each other. There is a thing that we call item world. It's so this special view where it stores all of your recipes that you've created, and also you can like set up the categories, items, the recipes. I already said for these things, and have it all together in this nice clear view. Uh, but this pack it's not that easy to use. Honestly, it's for more advanced users. We've provided them with a little, uh, I would say, how it's like documentation, right? But it's not that like complete because there's a lot of work that could be like written about, and we also started doing this. Crafting
Let's go
series
ahead
that is now a little bit older ones, but at least you learn some nice basic how you can create a treasure box, how you can open inventory with different keys, how you can do auto gathering tutorial using some different stuff. So this is the tutorials made from Shane. Shane is way better than me at teaching stuff, and his English is perfect. That's because he's He's from Washington, so yeah, that helps obviously. But I believe that's everything from the websites. I can share the pack itself. If someone present us a good idea for a crafting game, if we, the question is, would we make it, or what? What should we consider? Okay, I will be continuing, but please let me know what you meant by your questions. So we thought it's way easier to do the regular game. To be honest, now we are like in third year developing it, and yeah, it's not just the idea; it's like the execution that's the most difficult stuff. Yeah, please, if you have an idea, you can feel share it with us. At least we can tell you what we think about it. If it's like from our perspective, for our experience, a good thing to start working on. You obviously you should always be considering that if you are want to create the game, you will be spending probably a year or more doing that, and you want to use that your time for something that you know has a potential to do something. So we never did that before, but it's a good start, just to sit down and do the background checking, check all the games in the genre, think about what could be special about your game, how you will set up your project apart, if there is any opportunities to make it new and fresh. What are the trends? The trends are a little bit tricky because when you are start, like if we would say to ourselves, "Hey, let's make a like a boomer shooter today because they are trendy now, right?" We will probably make the game in like 2 years, and who knows what will be trendy by that. But there are some like stuffs that you can look for, like how big is your audience, which platform you will be releasing the game, and you have to make sure that it's something special. Like the visual style is good to have like really great visuals. That's the start, but the gameplay now needs to be also amazing because yeah, it's so hard. Like the level of the quality of the games that are released are way higher than it used to be. So you need to know what to do, what are you doing. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Please do that. Yeah. Uh, I am also like a funny note. I'm also teaching the game design in our local university, and our students are like coming with the prototypes, and they need to create their own small games during the semester. So yeah, if you ever need like to consult something, I'm here to help you with that. I obviously learning. We are learning a lot still, and that's good. That's the reason why we are also developing the games. The reason was that we want to see we want to see if like it's possible to create a game with our assets. Now it's like the assets are cool and great, but it's one part of the game, and you also do the rest. And but it's a great start way how to start it. But if you can also, if I may do some promo, we were last week. The IGN wrote about our new game called Polylytic. You can check the IGN or our YouTube channel, and if you want, you can follow us on the Twitter. We now set up a special channel for that. It's called Polylytic Game, just because we don't want to mess it with the regular stuff from what we are doing from our assets. because it's a little bit different audience. It's the gamers, not the game developers, and something that it's interesting for gamers, it's not interesting for game developers, and it's other way around, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, but like start with the good visuals. That's always always help. That's what we are teaching our kids. We have like this whole game art department on the university. This is something that can set up your game apart. But nowadays, like people are also looking how would be the gameplay. Is it interesting to play it? They're accepting at least 5 hours of gameplay, and yeah, you will then find out that just the good art, it's not just like 100% success. Okay, cool, thank you very much. I love to talk about the game development whenever it's opportunity. Let's go back to this crafting pack that of ours. As you know us, we always trying to create something more, some demo scenes that you can test it out. So we've provided this project with two demo scenes. One is about like 2D crafting game, when you can use your mouse and navigate the player to gather some stuff or create some stuff. So we have like the workbench here, for example. If I go there, there are some recipes pre-made, and yeah, I need to like create those. There is the inventory. If I have stuff in inventory, I can discard it, and I can use mouse wheel to like change change the hotbar and also place stuff in the world. There are some hiccups. Obviously, the system is not like solving everything in the game, but it's a great foundation for creating this database of assets and start doing your crafting game. The other stuff that is present is the scenes with the models that we are just giving for free, or for you to create your own stuff. There are also some icons, I believe. Uh, yeah, it could be useful. This comes from our icon pack that I've shown you last week. And the last cool thing I would say it's the other demo scene. Uh, the demo scene for the first person. So let me show you how it looks like. Yeah, do this. So there is also a demo scene for something complete a little bit different, but it's work the same. You place the stuff. Demo scene. Also throw it out, and how it goes. You obviously then you need to write your own script to elevate these. We have no recipes for these crafting stuff, but we have recipes for 3D printer. If we have this, we can print it out, and you should came in our inventory out and then place it. Funny stuff. I believe I've seen a couple of games that are using just this demo scene, and they're like they already came up in the Steam. I don't know. I'm not sure. I want to look it up, but there are few of them, like costing $10. But I believe that's not enough to create a game just to build it out of just this pack. You obviously need to try a little bit harder, but again, good starting point. But I would say for someone that knows thing or two about programming, obviously would love to change some stuff here and there, and you need to know how to do that. It's not that easy. That just even if you follow the documentation or our videos, then just like change the model, the Blender stuff. So we are trying to like comment all of these scripts so you know what this does, but usually it's lots of like modular scripts on top of each others. And I can show you the window, the item bar window, uh, create your new fragment or use the demo fragment that is already present. This stuff that make the games happening. And here you see the recipes and where it's used, and category. You can create your own categories, your own recipe, some powerful stuff, but again, not for beginners, I would say, because it was made by our one and only Shane, and he's like the mastermind behind our stuff about our script. Okay, can play you guys some music if that would help. I don't know if you will be hearing that. Just let me know. I believe I have like 2 hours of FFF music that we created for our first game. Uh, Hopefully that's good idea. Uh, I don't know where to find it, to be honest, but yeah, could be there something. Short. This is even shorter. It is. This seems like the old long ones. Yeah, I think it's stupid, but let me know if you hear it. It sounds so distracting for me. Do we have battery one? And this. Okay, okay. So if it's good with you, I will be continuing like showing you the rest of stuff. Well, funny story though. To the music, we obviously created ourselves, so like with the help of our sound designer George, and we get a lot of like messages. Oh, I love your music. Which stock have you like used with stock music? Where did you find it? I hope that George, yeah, is not sad about this, and that his new like soundtrack to Polylytic will be that nobody will write this. Okay, I probably can even make it a bit lower. Thank you very much, Susan. So next thing that I want to show you is the Epic City pack. This one we don't have a page yet for, but because it's things that we initially started as a request from our users. They didn't want to pay the full price of the Ultimate because they were just wanted to build the cities and use the assets from it. And I will already tell the story now. I see that, but since we like to make our lives more complicated, we create this like simple scene that I will just play for you. And created like a really simple traffic system just to make our lives harder, because now like someone could like tell us like hey, I bought the Ultimate pack and the system is not there. It's just for demo purposes mainly, I believe, but it's cool. Like it's there is something for the planes, for the helicopters, for the trains as well. Okay, so I can move. I already forget how to control it, but yeah. People are going, it's tile based, so it works only with the tiles system that we have in place. And we are also planning to update it. since there was a long time without any updates. So now I believe we will do a small tweaks that the cars will move a little bit smoother, I would say. Uh, I need to check one thing though. I always forget where that is. It should be some graphics settings about the projects somewhere. This one's probably with the yeah. I've just downloaded the new project. Sometimes like I was missing the shadows. Here I can like make the better, bigger distance, and now it's a little bit better, I believe. Yeah, there is this traffic jam here and there. Yeah, and we hopefully will be improving these small tweaks. But yeah, you can like play with the camera, zoom it, move it, see the people walking. The traffic lights should work, but everything is style based. It doesn't work without these styles. That they are pre-made roads that each car will decide where should he goes next. And this was just for our fun to make the stuff more interesting for someone that is doing some SimCity kindish game. But sometimes this kind of thoughts backfires. This is also really like interesting stuff. This is like night scene that we developed for the pack. Uh, I believe we are not using many lights there just because of performance, and everything is used by the emission texture or emission texture. I think those are the M materials. So the glass has like this texture that decided which which windows will be colored and which not. So if you go to the, I believe, materials folder, texture folder. So here, these are the emissions, and you can see that in the glass slot there is these ones made. So you can change that obviously as you want it, but I kind of like this look, like this night scene stuff. And you can like put some light here and there as we did it with buildings. And that's it. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Okay, and the music stops, so I will play it again. So that's it. That's our low policity pack. It's every model that is used there. It's also in the ultimate pack, so you don't have to get it like if you already have ultimate pack. The only difference is that for those that don't want to like spend all the money, they can get it separately. And since we are trying to avoid like complicated scripts and systems in the ultimate pack, we believe that if there is just the models, few animations, and like it's clean as possible, it will work with any other pack, and it's so much easier to start with it, create your own stuff. So that's why there is not that many scripts there. uh yeah, what else I do have here? Okay, I believe the other like interesting creation, one of our first after we start doing the uh we start doing the animals, we told ourselves, hey, we like the dinos as well, and we made few of them. And yeah, that's it. Let's say like handy, like small pack with few other models and with some animals. So some dinos. Be cool. It seems that it's stuck, but never mind. There is one demo scene, Jurassic Park, when these animals are moving. Like we have like our Wonder demo script there as well. But yeah, not much else to tell. So I will go to some other packs that are not frozen yet. Thank you, Unity. I've already talked about it a little bit more in the previous stream. This is our fancy UI kit, and it it started originally as a fancy UI, fancy icon kit. The original goal is just to make as best, like as much detailed and like the fancy looking icons, like like Blizzard level stuff as we could. And so we did that. It was illustrated by my creative means, one of the best illustrators I know, and we also created this like particles effect from them and other stuff. But then we tell ourselves, hey, like icons are fine, but they are sometimes useless when you don't have whole kit to use it with. So we extend on the pack and made more and more. Uh, those icons are just, I would say, few, but should be enough for any game that you want to create in that style. We figured out that we spend like a week on one because it's just like so much work. So then we just stopped making those. I can show you like the original images, those like those sizes, so you can get a better like experience how detailed though actually are. So I don't know if I can like zoom in more, but those like there are huge stuff there, and trying to make them as polished as possible. Uh, uh, One thing that is like interesting on the pack is that we also have these small icons for the UI itself. So are quite handy. Special stuff, not much interesting. The sprites, those can be used for any like different stuff, but those are the particles and explosion, other stuff. Uh, yeah. What else? What else? Prefabs. You have like these UI prefabs like buttons. I want to use just button with icon. I have it there. I don't know if I do it like so, but yeah, this is the button, and we set up everything like correctly to the Unity system, so the buttons can be edited. Like, uh, yeah, I can open the button and right there, like instead of blue, right? It's yeah. So uh, yeah, we try to make them responsive and create all these like elements for input, drop downs, uh, even like some cool panels, alerts with these sliders and so on. Some of Yeah, I can make it bigger, right? So better visible titles that you can use on top of the screens. Everything should be like programmed, like just the basic functionality. Obviously, you need to write your own script to make this work, but like the UI setup. So I like these, like text or switches, pages. Yeah, we really like those. Those look awesome. different combinations with different stuff, like avatars, some steps, stuff. Yeah, we tried to do as much as we could, like with the icons there. The one nice thing is that you also get like the PSD files, and I've just learned it. I forget about it as always, but let's see what it's actually there. And the PSD file is a file of Photoshop, so you can open it and you got the layers. You can edit the stuff. So it's one big thing. Like Photoshop is not the ideal for this, but you have like all the effects here and there. You can change the stuff as you need. Want to do some edits, add some new colors or stuff, you can use this like source file to keep going. One like last thing I would love to show you is about this is that we also try to make a few 3D icons. Uh, Hopefully it's working. So these are like there are just couple of them. So so hard to make them, but we try to make them even animated and have fun with this. Uh, there is other ones, I believe. Try to yeah. There was It was quite interesting workflow making them. It was you we didn't have like 3D model of it. We just take the 2D stuff and projected it into the 3D model that we created in Blender, and using a Blender texture painting smear brush, we smeared the texture of to all of the sides of this. They are not like good from every side, obviously, because it would be much harder to make. I will just able to show them like in the real 3D. Okay, I need to just learn stuff. As you can see, like it's not that bad, but they are obviously made like just to be shown from the preferred angle and with some small tweak here and there. But yeah, fun. You can use the treasure, for example, in your game. Like you can use the regular stuff and then have like one screen with the 3D. 3D. Yeah, let's go. Let's continue. And thank you very much. The dinos are still frozen though. So what else? What else? I believe I show you the war pack, and I'm not sure if you want to hear again how we want to make the funniest pack possible, like the Battlefield one, and I've shown the stories. I believe I don't have a like prehistoric one in like here in my PC, but I can tell you the funny story about it. It was like when we started doing these animals for the asset store. We were then like one day we were approached from like three different sides. We get three emails from two of them was like two different agencies, one of from US, the second one was from Poland, and the third one was a national museum in LA. And we quickly learned that these other two agencies was hired by the or asked from the museum if they can do the low poly animals, and they just also reach us. So like there was three different, like, I would say, subjects that all of them thought that we would be the best fit, like creating the prehistoric animals back. So we obviously like just brought the museum straight away. Uh, that we want to do that. We wanted to do that for free because we were like, we didn't have like a proper company set up, and we were just doing as a freelance. And we just asked them if we can release that as a pack as well for the rest of the users, and they were okay with it. They also paid us for our work, since that was a lot. Yeah, we got the list of these prehistoric animals. We got like 100 of pages of different like skeleton images, and some like written thoughts about these animals. And we have two PhD doctors that were like they were flying all over the world, and finding new stuff and telling us how like big, or how big the this some kind of parts of these animals should be, which angle the different task should be. So this one I would say it's the most accurate prehistoric low poly animals pack that you can get. Obviously there is, I don't know any other, so but could be there, but we tried to be like as accurate as possible, even to that point that I believe we got like 5 pages document about the prehistoric lion balls, and we have to model them in like low poly. That was quite interesting for us, because we didn't do the genitals like before, and I believe we are not like doing that even now. The one also interesting fact for me was that you could tell if the mammoth was left-handed or right-handed. In that case, like left or right tasked, because both of them were like different sizes, and usually one of them gets like broken, because these tasks were used pretty commonly. We also, I believe we are the only ones that had to create like 3 versions or maybe more versions of prehistoric sloth. So this is like Shasta ground sloth. This is the other sloth, and like there was bunch of sloth prehistoric ones we didn't know about. Like, but we love the work, and hopefully we will do something more together in the future. The animals are used in the national parks, in some VR experiences or AR experiences, when you can project the animal in the park and see it yourself. Yeah. So this is one. We have obviously the demo scenes there. You can check the animals. So one maybe like last trivia is there, that they wanted to also make some like current animals that are living even today from the prehistoric ages in that area. So that's why we have a raccoon there. Or I believe there is a trout fish somewhere hidden. I don't know. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is not that prehistoric, but yeah, I used to live in the area. There are some tar pits, and like they are the way how they are finding the skeletons is that the animal usually fell down to the tar pit, and yeah uh, and the skeleton stays there, and then they can find it. This is prehistoric bird. It's quite different. It's short faces bird. Bear. This is like prehistoric horse. This even not the regular camel should be prehistoric. The prehistoric lion has way shorter uh, hairs on the back. So these are like a little small stuff, and these are the different mammoths that live there. Uh, yeah. Uh, let's go back. And yeah, and I believe we can also check the like whole portfolio. There are some smaller stuff that we are also giving for free. We just released these low poly coffee icons that we find out that nobody drinks coffee here in our Discord. Cool. Oh, yeah, that was something about the hump. I don't remember. I could I could find it for you, like the doc, and I will share the details so you know. There was something like with the hump, obviously, and maybe with the size of it that it's bigger, but I'm not sure now. It's like already more than 5 years. Uh, these ones are for free, so if you want to start like learn something about our poly series, the Halloween is good things to start. And if you download it now, you have some time to prepare something for the Halloween. That's the good thing. Again, we just released like a part of the our icon pack, just the coffee icons, because we love coffee and love making icons. There were some like a new also update of the icons like this weekend, so lots of new funny stuff regarding, like, you can see the coffee, right? But there was some tools, electronics, lots of new stuff were added. Obviously those are just the random stuff that you've never asked for, but that's how this pack works. You don't ask, we deliver. Uh, Regarding the animal pack, it's again they are using our wonder demo scenes. This is like really old video that I've made before we were called Polyperfect, but the animations are quite nice, and I've seen lots of game with this fellow, like so some small I like small game jam stuff. It's funny, some mobile stuff with him. You can also change the textures and make it your own, but for that we there is some one tutorial on the YouTube from our users. Also, the smaller stuff are like a new released Poly movie set. It's part from the Poly Universal one, also Poly Farming pack, and as you know, and as I told you in the start of this, next week will be special. We will be showing you our work in progress fantasy pack. We are just starting to wrap things out because there are too much, too many things, like hundreds of models, and we need to go through it and like start to bundle them together and prepare them. We obviously spend quite a lot of time with each model, setting up the prefabs, materials, colliders, and so on, naming and making sure that like the normals are fine and lots of the other stuff, so you don't have to think about it. And yeah, we don't have that many packs as others ones. We trying to make our own stuff special. That's one thing to look at it. So every like most of our packs are its own thing. So for example, people are still asking if like the ultimate pack has everything because it's called ultimate, but the people are different from that in the ultimate pack. The animals are different, dinos are different. So yeah, but now we are trying to introduce the poly series, and that would be what everything will be in the universal pack, but there will be also separate much cheaper stuff that will come up through them if you don't want to buy a whole stuff. I believe I said everything. Is there a module building in the upcoming pack? That's a uh, we want to do that. I'm not sure, like we have some module parts already there. Not sure if like whole buildings will be in the first release, just because we are now like focusing on this battlefield stuff. Yeah, so we are planning to do a big battlefield with lots of these tents and battle stations, soldiers, and so on. But the next update should be more about like the villages and housing. I believe there are some stuff, but I can, please give me a second. I can find you one sneak peek from the stuff we are thinking about. So yeah, I don't want to jinx it. Hopefully, I will not spoil anything. But we are now like discussing and developing the style of the modular parts, the fantasy pack. So there is not the repetition is not seams that you can like break down the individual part with these different textures and different like stuff. So yeah, but maybe someone from the team. Ah, okay, thank you, Susan. Yeah, as exactly. I didn't pack it up. Uh, yeah, it's really hard to like start with the modular parts and building, because we need to find the style firstly, and then we can build on top of it. It's we hopefully like it's good thing that we already have like this modular a system that we develop for the universal pack, so we know what to do. Like we have these chunks that has like 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter long walls and doors and windows, but still there are some different things about the fantasy architecture. There are these like big houses with different layers, different floors, different balconies, and so on. So we are using some time to think about how this be the best way to how to create those. We are thinking to have like a modular part and also like pre-built whole buildings as we have in the farm. For now, we, as Susan said, we have like these walls, palisades. Can I show something, or I will spoil the next? Uh, I believe I will just show one image from today. So yeah, this is like built from these modular walls, modular parts. We are making sure that you can fit the vehicle in the gate. It would be close fit, but it fits. Yeah, but more will be like next week. Hopefully, we will have something to show you already. I don't believe we will have like the demo scenes, but would be nice thing like to build it up it with you. You can advise us if you have some knowledge about some battlefields. Tell us should we place and how we should place it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. I'm really glad that you are talking in these chats now and that we are discussing it. Obviously, we are starting with the small stuff and then like introduce the big ones. For example, the monastery would be more than a week's work, and instead of that we can build whole modular system from these wooden walls. So yeah, we need to like think clear how we we approach the topic. We are also trying to build some like scripts and like geometry nodes that will help us in the future to build houses out of our modular parts. But that would be for the separate stream with Tyrox, I believe. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Let's wrap it up here, and I'm really looking forward to the next week, and hopefully we will be sharing with you this new exciting stuff that you haven't seen, also have seen, but I believe the fantasy pack will be amazing. Thank you very much for being here. We really appreciate it. Uh, yeah, I forget to record the video, so that's that. Again, if you all 5 people who managed to be here to the end, you've seen this, and that's for you. Bye. Have a nice day.